Hi everyone, my name is Devin and this is Spin Strong. This is the second video in our series, Work Your Way to Winter Guard, and before we get started, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who has been so supportive as I've started this project by following and sharing our first video. It really means a lot and I'm really excited to see where we grow from here. In this video, we will be focusing on our cores. It helps us to control our body's movements, helps us maintain a stable center of gravity as we dance, spin, and even just helps us stay lifted as we perform. So it is super important that we are giving special attention to this part of our bodies. Just like in my last video, there is no equipment necessary for this workout, so let's go ahead and get started.
Start by bringing your hands above your head and begin by lifting your left leg up and down and then repeating it on the right side. Here, we're going to start getting our abdominals warm by increasing our heart rate and using those abs to lift our legs up in this bent position. As an added challenge, feel free to create a strong point in the foot, making sure to step back down toe ball heel. Now we'll bring our hands down to tap the knee of the leg that is coming up towards us. Still keeping the shape of our leg, we're starting to now use our upper abdominals to create this motion. At the very top of this shape, go ahead and bring those hands down together, drawing a small circle on either side of your hip before coming back up to the top and then repeating on the other side. We want to make sure that we don't drop the height of the leg as we add on all this upper body, so keep driving those knees up to the sky and pointing those feet. Starting back up from the top of the warm-up, hands freeze above our heads, only lifting our bent legs towards the ceiling. One more time, bringing our hands down to the tops of our knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Making our way down to the floor, rest your head but bring both legs up to tabletop position with space in between them and pointing your toes. Alternating between our legs as we slowly lower down one foot to tap to the ground before coming back up into the same tabletop position. You should be working to press your low back into the floor so that all of this work truly comes from the lower part of our core. Now lift your upper body off of the floor as you continue to alternate between your legs. Arms straight down by our sides, hovering the ground towards your feet, working to keep our shoulders up. Slowly bring your hands to interlace your fingers behind your head. Extend your right leg up to the high diagonal as we squeeze our thighs together, lifting our chest up towards our feet before bringing it back down, and then lifting up our chest over to the left. Be careful that we're not tucking our chin to our chest or closing in our elbows towards our face here. We'll complete 4 rounds of this before extending both legs straight to the 45 and then giving short flutter kicks as we lower the legs even further down. And again, bringing the legs to the higher diagonal before bending the right leg to tabletop and repeating on this side. One more time, flutter kicks making their way down the 45 and back up. Last time down and up. This time bend both legs in, knees towards your chest, chest stays lifted, arms come up in line with the sides of our bodies. You're going to extend those legs straight to the lower diagonal, squeezing them together as your arms sweep down and out to meet behind your head, and then reverse it. Keeping those legs straight, upper body still high off the floor, begin quickly bringing one leg straight towards your body as you extend the other one low to hover over the ground. Hands come up one on top of the other, giving a slight touch to the knee, just like earlier in our warm-up. Last one, squeeze both legs together straight to the sky and reaching up to our toes. We're going to finish this out here with short pulses from our upper abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale it out, lower your legs down, and let's get ready for the next section. Staying on the ground, we're going to come up onto all fours. Extend the left arm out straight in front of you and extend the right leg behind you with a straight leg and a pointed foot. You're going to think of pulling the elbow in towards your midline as you drive the back knee in to meet at your core. giving a small contraction in the abdominals. Bringing both hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, tuck your back toes so that we can push off the ground, bringing our knees to hover over the floor, maintaining this strong tabletop position with a flat back. On our last one here, we're going to slowly then tap our knees to the ground before pushing right back up to our hovering plank position. Okay, repeating now on the opposite side, make sure you pull the left leg straight back behind you with a pointed foot and your right arm reaches long in front. We will go back to these full body contractions from before. Bringing your hands underneath the shoulders, knees in line with our hips, pushing off the ground to hover in this tabletop position once again. We're going to hold here just for a moment before we start with shoulder taps from one side to the other. Starting with our left leg, we're going to extend that leg straight back behind us, toes staying on the ground, followed by the right leg following to put us in our full body plank. We'll do that one more time here, staying in our fully extended plank before dropping down to our left elbow, right elbow, then straightening the left arm, and then straightening the right arm. Staying here on our elbows, we're going to keep this plank nice and straight as we drop our left hip down, back up, and then to the right. Back into our straight arms one more time, coming down onto our elbows, onto our right, then left, and then coming back onto our extended arms. Stopping in our straight arm plank, we're going to now start with some mountain climbers. You can go as fast or as slow as you need to here. Just make sure the knees are pulling towards yourself in a parallel position, and we are trying to keep the tailbone as low as we can. Slowing it down, make sure the feet are wide enough that they are outside of your hips. We're going to now push our tailbone up so that we can keep our legs straight, starting with the right hand to tap the left ankle and then opposite side. Now, obviously, we want to be safe here, so if you can't reach all the way to your ankle or even touch your leg, that's okay. Just make sure that the hand that is reaching is going across to the opposite side of your body from underneath. Making our way down, back into the mountain climbers one last time, really digging deep into that core to bring those legs up towards you. One more time, pushing back up to reach our back ankles underneath us. Make sure you're dropping the tailbone all the way down in that plank before coming back up and reaching for the opposite side. Bringing your feet close together, your left knee is now going to drive up outside of your body to your left shoulder before coming back to drive across to the opposite side. I like to think about putting a lot of power behind that knee coming in so that I can focus on the side obliques working to bring that knee even closer. Finally, we're going to end this section with our plank jack. So feet start together, jumping up outside of our hips and then back in. 2 and 1. Good job, everyone. Go ahead and pull it on back into a child's pose so we can finish our last section of this video. Staying on the floor, we're going to bring our legs out in front of us, slightly bent with a strong flex in the feet so that we can drive our heels into the floor. Starting with our left leg, we're going to drive our knee towards our chest, parallel to the floor, using our hands to help push our upper body to meet that knee in the middle. We'll then reach the leg a little higher, and then same thing, a sharp pulsing movement using huge energy from our core to make this motion happen. Dropping both heels into the ground, use your hands to keep your balance as you squeeze your legs together, lifting them up to tabletop with pointed toes. We're extending those legs out straight up the diagonal as our arms come off the ground, reaching back to the opposite 45. One more time, bringing the legs down, flexing the feet, heels driving into the ground. We'll take it back to the left side, this time driving that knee in and up, in and up. A weak core can create potential for shoulder, hip, knee, and lower back injuries, so it is super important that we incorporate exercises like this one where we can explore all of the different functions that our abs are capable of and work out the deepest layers of our core. One last time, bringing the legs up off the floor together, extending them long to the 45 while our arms come off the ground, reaching up behind us as we hold. We then open and close. Open and close. Bring the arms down, keeping the legs off the floor. We're bringing both knees in towards our chest together. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bring it on down gently. This is our last sequence here. Resting your head, lower back pressing into the floor. Arms come up to the sky as our legs come up to tabletop, just like in the beginning of class today. As we bring our right arm back down behind us, your left leg is going to extend out nice and long to hover above the floor before coming back up to this dead bug shape. Really make sure you're pressing your lower back into the floor underneath you so that we're really getting into the deepest layers of your abdominal wall. On this last one, you're going to keep your arms straight to the ceiling as your legs stay bent and come down to slightly tap the ground before coming back up. Now we'll bring our hands down by our head, elbows up, flexing our feet. We're going to finish off with some reverse crunches. Making sure we're not swinging our legs down, we want to really make sure we initiate this movement from our lower abdominals. Finishing strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, everyone. Let's stretch it out. Reaching your body nice and long and then rolling onto our front sides to stretch out our backs in an easy cobra pose. Hands come out in front of you, lifting your head high to the sky, nice long necks here, stretching out the entire front side of our bodies. And then slowly transition to all fours so that we can take some cat-cows. Big inhale in as we contract, starting with our backs. And exhale, arching, head comes up. And again. One more time. Really, really great work, everyone. I am so proud of you. Good job.
Thank you so much for pushing through with me. That was definitely a killer one to work on, but I hope you had fun. And I hope you join us for the last installment in our series, Work Your Way to Winter Guard. Our final video in the series will be bringing all of the attention down to our lower bodies, so make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss it. And you can also follow us on Instagram at spinstrong_official, where we will help you spin your strongest. Bye!